You place a bet not because it feels right, but because you've identified a hidden opportunity that the sportsbooks missed. The odds are in your favor, not because of luck, but because you've done your homework. That's the power of finding high-value bets. Most bettors don't even know what value really means. They're focused on favorites, emotional hunches, or chasing big payouts. But the truth is, if you can master the art of spotting value, you'll have an edge over 95% of the other bettors that are out there. It's not as complicated as it sounds. So let's break it down so you can start identifying high-value bets and winning more consistently. Sports betting at its core is all about probability versus implied odds. Now, studies show that professional bettors, they rely almost exclusively on value betting because it's the only way to consistently turn a profit. So here's an example. If a sportsbook sets the odds for a team at plus 200 or a player prop, they're implying that that team or the player prop has a 33% chance of winning. But what if your research shows that the team or the player actually has a 45% chance of hitting that play? That's where a value bet comes in play. You're betting on something the sportsbook's undervalued, and over time, those bets stack the odds in your favor. Now, I've used this approach to help my clients win 60, 70, sometimes 80% of their plays every single month by focusing on the high value bets, because my clients consistently beat the sportsbooks not by guessing, but by exploiting the inefficiencies in the lines. This isn't a theory, it's a proven strategy that I use day in and day out. If you learn how to spot high value bets, you'll stop gambling and start betting like a pro. You'll stop losing to overpriced lines, and instead, you'll exploit the gaps in the odds to grow your bankroll. This is all about focusing on one key concept: finding opportunities where the odds underestimate the true likelihood of an outcome. With this skill, you'll consistently hit that 60 to 70% win rate, that sweet spot, while spending less than an hour a day on research. So let me show you exactly how you can do it. Odds aren't just numbers, they're a reflection of the probabilities. So for example, odds of minus 110 mean the sportsbook thinks there's about a 52.4% chance of that actually happening. Now the odds of plus 200, like I said before, are implying a 33.3% chance. Your job is to compare this implied probability to your own research. If you analyze the true probability and see that it's higher than what the odds suggest, then that's where you found a value bet. The sportsbooks know the public. They love betting on big names and favorites. It's just the way that it goes. But here's the thing, reputation often inflates odds instead of getting distracted by the team's name or their past success. So you need to focus on current form. Ask yourself, how has this team or the player, how they performed in the last 5 to 10 games, or even longer than that? Are there recent trends like road wins or high scoring games that aren't reflected in the odds? These insights often reveal value that casual bettors, they overlook. Context is everything. A team might be on a winning streak, but if their star player is injured or they're facing a bad matchup, their true chances might be lower than the odds suggest. And on the flip side, an underdog might have hidden strengths like excelling in bad weather or thriving in high-pressure games. Key data points that you need to check also are injuries or suspensions, travel schedules, teams' back-to-back games, because they often underperform in back-to-back games, head-to-head records, and matchup trends as well. Not all sportsbooks set the same lines. Shop around to find the best odds for your pick. One sportsbook offers plus 150 for a bet, and the other offers plus 160. Obviously, you're going to take the better option. Over time, this habit can add thousands to your bankroll. The line movement can also tell you a lot. If odds shift significantly, it's often a sign that sharp bettors, or the pros, what they like to say, are placing heavy bets. So make sure you're paying attention to these moves. They might highlight value that you didn't spot. You can't improve what you don't measure. Remember that. Keep a log of every bet that you make. That includes the odds, the implied probability, your reasoning for the bet, so that way you can review your results weekly. Are you consistently finding value, or are you overestimating your edge? This feedback loop is critical for refining your process. When you're hunting for value, it's easy to second guess yourself, especially if a bet seems too good to be true. But if the numbers back it up, you have to trust the process. Avoid emotional bets or chasing losses. It's the fastest way to blow your bankroll. Finding high value bets isn't a magic trick, it's a skill. You can build this with practice. It takes time, just like anything else. When you focus on identifying opportunities where the odds don't match reality, you'll gain a serious edge over the sportsbooks. The beauty of value betting is that it doesn't rely on just luck. It's methodical, consistent, and incredibly effective. If you're ready to stop guessing and start winning, take this plan and make it part of your daily routine. 2025 could be the year you finally start beating the books. It all starts with spotting high value bets, one smart play at a time. What do I say when it comes down to it? You need to make it happen. All right, guys, you can't just sit there and let it come to you. You have to go after it. And if you want me to teach you one-on-one exactly how to identify those bets, so that way you could be successful, make sure you guys click the link down below in the description. I can teach you exactly how to win month in and month out, week in and week out, year in and year out.